Hello, we are going to discuss about Awka New City. I am Kodili-nye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone. Thank you for always supporting us. New subscribers, welcome. Old subscribers, thank you. And we are going. Welcome back. We are going to discuss about Professor Soludo's new city of Awka and what to expect. First of all, we are going to listen to him and know what he's talking about. Stay tuned and God bless. Hello. Earlier this year, Governor Soludo, some few months ago, talked about the Awka new city. And this Awka new city will involve a lot of new things, including a 10-story high 5-star hotel, the Awka Phone City that is under construction at this phone city that is under construction at the moment, and about also the government house that is also under construction, and a lot of other construction and a lot of plans to do some of the roads in Awka to a modern standard and gradual beautification of Awka to make it a capital truly for the great people of Anambra State and make it a destination city, not a departure lounge. We are going to discuss on this and many other things. Remember, I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe to this channel, and remember to keep supporting us by sharing it to your friends and to every other area. And when we come back, we will spend time to discuss about what has been lacking in Awka and what to do by Soludo if he really mean it, and to get Awka to a 21st century city, and to make sure that he accomplished this, because it's very, very important. It's very, very important. I am Kodili-nye. We are going to listen to him as he discuss about the Awka, the city of Awka. Stay tuned.
City, and the governor lives in a ramshackle place in another town. The government house happened to be the yard for the construction company that built Enugu Onitsha Road, Michelin or something. It is their yard where they were packing their things. That is the place that they left when the state was there. They said, let's use it temporarily. And they remain temporary, they become permanent. And for that is 2 years. But we have come and we said, that's our purpose. By next year, we are moving to a new government house. Yes, we are building a brand new government house at the governor's lodge as befitting to the estate. I said, clearly. I was the Anambra. The land of the Asiki where you Kuku, the Koshino and the Bear. I mean, you can name a long list. So, now that is it, and then Awka itself, deliberately 25 months. But we have bigger agenda even. It's not just doing roads and that and so on and so forth. We intentionally, the grand vision is that we must change the story of Anambra from being a departure land to become a destination point. Currently, any asset, everybody with some asset in Anambra will go out. That's it. When itinerant tribe, we are all over the place. We're in everybody's land. I get those there and I get Anambra. Over a destination. Now, on yes in Anambra now, out of choice, not under duress. And the woman Anambra is a good lady where that's when you went on the Anambra. For an itinerant people, that's what we must do. Deliberately. That's how they build the state of Israel. We must. The first time to have aspired for this, probably 50, 60 years ago, but the second best time is today. And that is why part of calling Awka and Anambra to become a destination, we're building the biggest water park and amusement park in West Africa. It will be in the fourth city there in Awka, with a country club. Those of you who are living around there and so on, a country club, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Families must find something to do. Families must find fun. Must make Anambra and somebody get up on your plane. And you open on Lagos or Abuja or whatever, so they are Anambra. And you know what? We're designing what we call Awka 2.0. The existing Awka is the Awka 1.7. While we are modernizing it, now from that road that leads Millennium City, Bank Hill, Ezozo Road that will get into the old Awka Zikabe. That road from Millennium, all the way to Hotel, through the Amansi thing, down to Gwen, to our, just acquired about 3,000 hectares, which is being planned, virgin, brand new city that will be the signature city of Anambra State. But for that to happen, the design is ongoing now. We've acquired the land. The design, planners and so on are working on it. You must have a place, on your Germany, on your America, on your Zipa, or Batanana, Rebecca. Where? That's not place. But very bad in another form of that. No, with all due respect, that's not. When Vice Chancellor UNICEF was telling me yesterday, some German people that came in Abuja, but we will go check your hotel. So I prefer to come on Abuja, come on, apply in, come on, Obicubana. To develop Abuja, the federal government intentionally build the hills, they build the hotel. Today, Egypt is building the new Cairo, and they first got a 500-bed Marriott hotel. Because in the area, that's where I stayed when I was there last week. So the next room, my boss, that's where I live. That's where the world will come. We're now designing, and we're going to begin that early in the year and finish it by the upper year 2025. Building going to have a 10-story branded hotel, Garden Awka, that will make the world brighter. And that is going to become the scenario that will signpost the emergence of the next Awka 2.0. The world must have to come to Anambra. The world must have to come to Anambra. And the Fabia we also acquired about 4,000, almost 5,000 hectares of land along the banks of the River Niger for the Onitsha 2.0. The old of Onitsha then were resurrected, cleaning, Enugu Onitsha Road, Micheleti or something. It is their yard where they were packing their things. That is the place that they left when the state was there. They said, let's use it temporarily. And they remain temporary, they become permanent. And for that, 2 years. But we have come and we said, by next year, we are moving to a new government house. Yes, we are building the brand new government house at the governor's lawn as befitting to the estate. I said, clear. I will be Anambra. You know, the land of the Asiki where you Kuku, the Koshino and the Bay, I mean, you can name a long list. So, now that is it, and then Awka itself, deliberately transformed. But we have bigger agenda even. It's not just doing roads and that and so on and so forth. We intentionally, the grand vision is that we must change the story of Anambra from being a departure land to become a destination point. Currently, any asset, everybody with some asset in Anambra will go out. That's it. When itinerant tribe, we are all over the place. We're in everybody's land. I get Louisiana, I get Anambra, all a destination. Now, when you see Anambra now, when I get all out of choice, not under duress. And the woman Anambra, a person good lady, where? That's when you went on the Anambra. For an itinerant people, that's what we must do. Deliberately. That's how the Jews build the state of Israel. We must. The first time to have aspired for this, probably 50, 60 years ago, but the second best time is today. And that is why part of calling Awka and Anambra to become a destination, we're building the biggest water park and amusement park in West Africa. It will be in the fourth city there in Awka, with a country club. Those of you who are living around there and so on, a country club on there, and there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Families must find something to do. Families must find fun. Must make Anambra and somebody up and they play. And you open on Lagos or Abuja or whatever, so they are Anambra. And you know what? We are designing what we call Awka 2.0. The existing Awka is the Awka 1.7. While we are modernizing it, now from that road that leads the Millennium City, Bank Hill, Ezozo Road that will get into the old Awka Zikabe. That road from Millennium, all the way to Hotel, through the Amansi thing, down to Gwen, to our, just acquired about 3,000 hectares, which is being planned, virgin, brand new city that will be the signature city of Anambra. But for that to happen, the design is ongoing now. We've acquired the land. The design, planners and so on are working on it. You must have a place, on your Germany, on your America, on your Zimbabwe, or Batanana, prepare for that. Where? That's not place. Prepare in another form of that. No, with all due respect, that's not. Went up on the Vice Chancellor of UNICEF was telling me yesterday, some time ago, that they're in Abuja. But we will go check your hotel, so I prefer to come on going to begin that early in the year and finish it by the upper year 2025. Building going to have a 10-story branded hotel, Garden Awka, that will make the world brand. And that is going to become the signature that will signpost the emergence of the next Awka going forward. The world must have to come to an end.
Hello, welcome back. I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe to this channel as we continue on our discussion about the Awka, the new Awka, the revampment of Awka, the transformation of Awka. Soludo, we knew him as a person that is bold, although that we have not yet to see that, but he has promised that he's changing gear, and he's talking about from January we'll be seeing the real Soludo, which most people were awaiting in Anambra State. So Awka has been a total disgrace to the people and the indigenes of Anambra State. Anambra State has a lot of men and women of timber and caliber, but sadly, the capital of this great state has not actually shown the caliber of the people or the capacity of the people. And that's exactly what Soludo is talking about. Because you can't have a capital like that that has nothing to show for. Over the years, all the governors that have been there has not actually tried to bring a befitting capital that will be a place of destination, not a departure launch. So that's why when he said that, a lot of people, you can see the euphoria and the joy that came to people when he says what he is going to do. That is going to not only having a new Awka, but also modernizing the older Awka. There are a lot of work that need to be done in Awka, because Awka was totally abandoned. Awka was totally abandoned. Awka was made like an orphan, in spite that he has brothers and sisters. You know, it's like somebody that was forced to be an orphan, in spite that he has father, he has mother, he has brothers and sisters. That's exactly what the administrations that have ruled Anambra State has done to Awka, including the last administration, Sawuli Obiano. There are many of them, they did not bother about Awka at all. Even it was shameful that they don't even have a government house. It was a shamble. So some people will say, oh, but Sawuli build a flyover. But just look at that flyover and compare with proper flyover in other states. You can see how the flyover look. The flyover was completely badly designed, and it's quite narrow. It's not spaced very well. The undernet is very, very narrow. Is actually creating a bottleneck in that place, causing a lot of problem. You know, the need of flyovers is to have ample space so that vehicles will pass through. If you just think about the grill that they put there, and it was after doing it, no plan to paint the side of it until recently that Soludo decided to beautify it to look like something tangible. But I think in future, a bold governor has to do something about that flyover. Is that expanding the undernet? Expanding the undernet so that the traffic can easily flow under freely, because it's causing a lot of traffic jam in that place. I know that more flyovers will still be needed in Regina Charlie and Obi Okoli or Obi Okoli junction as well. There are many places that they will need to put a flyover. And Awka should not be a one city road. Awka, the roads should be interconnected so that you can, from left and right, from west to north, south to east, east to west. So it should be interconnecting. The roads should be interconnecting. And the roads should be widened. I know that Soludo is trying to do dual carriageway, but he has not widened it much. The roads has to be widened. I know some people will argue with me and said, "Oh, how about paying this thing?" Yes, that's a deliberate thing you need to do to a city. At the old Onitsha or this avenue, you would call it, from that junction in Amobia down to Millennium Industry or something, whatever they call it. That place, one side of it need to be cleared, need to be expanded. Cleared one side, most of the building. So a compensation paid. So expand that road. When you expand that road, you can put a track for a tram or rail on it as well. So it need to be expanded. If we don't do it now, when will we do it? Because as the city is expanding, the city is almost 2-point-something million people, and they reckon that you will get to 5 million in the next few years. So, and it would have grown more than this, but because of lack of investment in that city. So there must be a bold step to transform the city. There must be a bold step. That road from Amobia to Agolo immediately need to be expanded to 6 lane. When P2B was building the bridge, I thought he would have done like the bridge to be a bit bigger so that it can accommodate three one side, three vehicle passing. That's 6 on each side, but he didn't do that. But at least for sure, he need to expand that road to Wago or down to Adazinoku, St. Andrews, as at least the first phase of it. Immediately, that's how you expand the capital. That one will not cost you that much, because if you keep on waiting, people will start building, and they are building, blocking the whole thing. So you have a lot of things to be pulling down. So they need to expand it so that in that Wago junction where those market women are, so a place like a shopping plaza or mall will be built for them there that will be called part of, because those areas are part of Awka Capital Territory. So there should be a deliberate action on expansion of this or making Awka a livable place. And that Golden Tulip Hotel in Awka, I thought, as he's planning to build this 10-story this thing somewhere else, I thought that place also he need to put on something like 10-story there. 10-story, because you can see that people want to use that place, but there's, I think it's only 150 beds or less than that there. So I heard that they will expand it better. I haven't seen much being done there. So these are deliberate action that need to be done. I don't know about the Fun City much, because the people that saw there looks like it's a little smaller because of the stadium. But I know that eventually they will need to build a proper stadium for Awka. But the game changer also is the 10-story signature or skyline hotel that will be built in the new Awka. So I think these are the top projects that will transform the city. I think you also need to get other investors to build something of that. Give them land where they need to build 15 story, not even 10. So look for like investors, 10 or 15 investors that will build 10 to 15 skyline hotels in a particular area, so that the skyline will completely change. And that 10 story he's talking about should be at least expanded to 15 to 20 story. So that's what you need to be doing. So one, what we are discussing is how Awka will be changed. Changing Awka for good, a befitting capital city. Most of those narrow roads has to be expanded. It has to be expanded. And those open drainages has to be covered. So I think he need to deliberately do those federal roads there as well. Not to wait for federal, because this is the heart of the city. This is the heart of the capital of a state. So he need to come up with something. And Awka is still very dirty. You can see a lot of rubbish around the corner. So this should be tackled. And all those sand dunes on the roads should be totally cleared. It should not be allowed to continue. And the beggars on those major streets should be removed. They should not be there. Under the flyovers and all those things, this cannot be allowed. All those the pedestrian bridge, it should be redesigned so that people can easily cross it to the other side, not just step. They should also have like overlay that on the side, so that it will be easy for people. Even people with bike can go through there, or with barrows. So, but they should guide that place to make sure nobody's trading there, nobody's begging on that place. So the CCTV camera has to be installed, so to forestall all those people doing nefarious activities around there. And there should be a proper car parks, a proper bus terminals in Awka. So, and by now they should be mapping out where the train tracks should be going through in Awka. So it will not be difficult for them to even expand the road from Awka to Nnewi, expanding it, or put a rail track, which I'm going to discuss in very soon, from Awka to Nnewi. It's not far away. Or even tram. So Awka to Nnewi. So is a lot of things need to be done. The beautification of the state capital must be aggressively tackled. I know they started to do a little, but they have not scratched the ground yet. Everywhere should be beautified. Those expressways should be made in such a way that people could not be just running on the motorway. So the service lane on the motorway should be built, so that there will be service lane on both sides of it. So now, law and order. So law and order should be the number one thing to be implemented in Awka, so that people will not be so lawless, loading passengers anywhere, people walking on the road and all those things. So that means that the governor and his team has to create pedestrian walkways, covering all those drainages, making pedestrian walkways attractive for people to be walking on it. So nobody walking on the road anymore. Because walking on the road shows that that's not a city. That's people from underdevelopment. So there are a lot of things to be done. There are a lot of things. All those shanty buildings and attachments should immediately be removed. So if anybody is seen putting all those things, not only that he will be fined, he will all the money paid to remove this thing, he has to repay it back to the government. So, and all those street trading should not be allowed anymore. so that the whole place will be clean. So it should, Awka should be more than this. If Soludo can, I know he hasn't got much time anymore because 2 years are almost gone. But if you can, in 1 year, he can actually achieve so much if he is determined. In 1 year alone, he can radically change a lot of things. Awka has no clean drinking water, pipe-borne water. A city, a 21st century city. We're not even talking about Onitsha as well. Nowhere, there's no water. No water in the city. So how can the city? Welcome back. I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe. Awka has no clean drinking water. A 21st century city. That's why the urban poverty keep on rising, because it costs a lot of money to be buying all those water, where the government can easily put water in the Awka. Awka capital territory is not that huge. In 6 months, you can actually distribute water to every home in 6 months if the government is determined. So it will make the city more cleaner because the roads will be washed. So the water should help in fire prevention, in cleanliness. Everywhere should be washed. Every morning, you put in some vehicle that wash the roads, clean the roads, so that there's no dust on the roads. There's no sandals. So these are something that can be achieved by a determined governor or a determined Soludo. If he said that he will hit the ball running, he will hit the ground running. So Awka will mark his greatness. So because there's no much time. I know he start to build some roads, but it's like he's scratching the ground. He can also look at what we've been discussing about revolution in road construction. He can actually award all the inner street road in Awka. But not just awarding them, a lot of them need to be expanded so that it will be wide enough, so that it will not be too narrow. So, but it can, by the partnership of the people, of the landlords and tenants. That one, it can easily source fund for that. And I will also talk about that much because I have discussed about how to build most of inner street city roads before, but I will do a new vlog on that, so to help out in achieving this, because the people can actually invest on that, but they need the government to lead, and it should also make sure that all the inner street of Awka is lightened up. Everywhere is as bright as the sun, as the day, by a mounting solar light everywhere, or getting all those estate owners, landlords, and tenants, that each building has to have 2 solar lights, and it will be shining in the night. So the street is shining everywhere. So we'll make it, a city that when you come in, you know that this is a 21st century city. So, and the planting of exotic plant and trees around the street corners, everywhere, planting of nice trees to help to cool down the city and to make it look habitable, so that the environment will look appealing to the eye. So, and he should not just allowing building of market here and there. The Awka market has to be modernized, either to be removed from this present site, or part of it completely demolished, and get it to something of a shopping malls, this thing with a good, better design, so that it will look like a proper city. I know they are trying to build another market in Isiago, but the design is so poor. I know during Obiano time they started building, but it looks like something archaic. It doesn't look something that should be in Awka at all. It doesn't look nice. It just look like it doesn't look nice. What they are building is appalling. So I think Awka need a lot. Bus terminals, this actually can actually help the government to make a internally generated revenue. So proper bus stops should be designated. So road lay-by should be built, not building the same measurement. Wherever there is bus stop, the roads should be expanded more so that the buses will stop there to take passengers and go. Not really loading there, but it just drop somebody and go. That's exactly. So there are a lot that need to be done. But kudos to Professor Soludo for daring to have a governor's lodge. And the few roads he's doing, but he has not actually scratched the ground. Because to cause a change, he need to be like a revolutionist who is eager and who is doing this with a timeline, who is targeting, okay, I'm going to rebuild this place. 6 months, this is what I'm going to achieve, and I'm going to achieve it. So I'm going to build hundreds of roads in Awka. I give myself within a year to completely achieve it. So even if you don't get the 100 roads, you get at least 80. For trying is better than not trying at all. So Awka has to be changed. Awka has to be changed. The present Awka is an eyesore. The present Awka is an eyesore. It's not fit for purpose. So it has to be changed. We must have a modern state capital that we can be proud of. We can have that. So I do believe Soludo, when he's talking about this, and now that he realized that the game should not be played like before, he should be changing gear, as he said. He should be more aggressive and working with time, working faster than what he's doing is very, very important. So no more delay. If the age he has is the one that is bogging him down, he should get people that are more, more innovative and more faster in their jobs. So looking at also the chairman of local government on those areas that make Awka capital territory and see if they are fit for purpose, if they are they have a change mentality or new things to help out, because every hands must be on deck to get Awka to a 21st century city. So there's no two ways about that. There's no hanky-panky. There's no more delay. There's no more big grammars. But now is a time for proper delivery of services, delivery, proper revolution in Awka. Awka must rise again. It must be a livable and a prosperous capital for the great people of Anambra State. It must be a city of destination, final destination, not a departure launch. People has to be flying all over the world into Awka just to visit Awka. So for that to happen, there must be complete overhaul of how he has been attending to the governance or attending to that city, Awka. He has to also quicken the Awka Capital Territory Authority to do more. I think the young man is trying, but he has not scratched the ground yet. By now, they should be getting to 10%, and 10% will be huge. But he has not get even out to 10% in their whole function. So we must mobilize every available fund to get Awka to be an envy of many other cities and many other people. So I don't know if you have any opinion on this. Have you been to Awka, the capital of Anambra State? Do you know where Awka is? Let's continue this on the comment section. If you have any idea, if you have anything to be to make Awka more attractive, come to the comment section and we carry on the discussion, we carry on the interaction. And remember, we are all together in this. We are all together in this. So don't just leave it as a one-man show. We can also bring ideas that can also change the attitude of the administrators or the governor or something over Awka, and make him to do more. So we can also form pressure group on this by you commenting. I am still Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe. Share with your friends and always comment. Always comment. And we will continue to hit this drum until the governor and his other aides hears the sound of this drum, that Awka must be revived. Awka must be changed. Awka must be a city of this final destination. So there's no two ways about that. There is no two ways. We can achieve that. We can achieve that. Governor Soludo can achieve that if he wants. In 1 year, he can do so much. So thank you very much. And thank you for staying patient to watch this. I would love to hear from you. And I do appreciate you. I am Kodili-nye. See you in the next video. Bye.
Why, part of calling Awka and Anambra to become a destination, we're building the biggest water park and amusement park in West Africa. It will be in the fourth city there in Awka, with a country club. Those of you who are living around there, so a country club, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Families must find something to do. Families must find fun. Must make Anambra and somebody there can get plane. And you over on Lagos or Abuja or whatever, so they are Anambra. And you know what? We're designing what we call Awka 2.0. The existing Awka is the Awka 1.0. While we are modernizing it, now from that road that leads Millennium City, Bank Hill, Ezuzu Road that will get into the old Awka Zikabe. That road from Millennium, all the way to Hotel, through the Amansi thing, down to Win, to our, just acquired about 3,000 hectares, which is being planned, fetching brand new city that will be the signature city of Anambra. But for that to happen, the design is ongoing now. We've acquired the land. The design, planners and so on and working on it. You must have a place on your Germany, on your America, on your Zipa, or better than Anambra, where? That's not place. But very bad in another form of that. No, with all due respect, that's not. that will signpost the emergence of the next Awka going forward. The world has to talk about that. The world will have to talk about that. And the Fabia, the